You're watching the Coaches Roundtable on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi, and today we celebrate our Athletes of the Year. And first up for us, our Mount Athlete of the Year for 2021 from Pine Ridge High School, star quarterback and wrestler, Cole Spencer. Cole, congratulations. You're the third quarterback from Pine Ridge to receive this award behind Ben DiNucci and Phil Jacoby. Select company for you. Have you ever talked to them?
Yeah, I've got to know them over the years, practicing with them and throwing around with them. So. And
do they know you were our winner for 2021?
I'm not sure if they know that, but they definitely know some of the records that I've passed them up on.
Well, you're not only in select company, you're the winningest quarterback in Pine Ridge history, 32-5. You're the all-time leader in touchdown passes, over 7,000 yards passing, over 8,000 yards total offense. You made all kinds of awards. The Willie Thrower Award as the top quarterback, Western Pennsylvania, selected at the Big 33, first-team All-State quarterback, Fab 22, Post-Gazette, top 25 trib. And then in wrestling, you have gold medals, silver medals. As a quarterback, you led Pine Ridge in 3 straight championship games, WPIL, winning 2 of them. And then last year, what a year you had, 11-0, WPIL and state champs. You've had a chance to put all this together and what your career means to you at Pine Ridge in both football and wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet, it ending, but I thought that I had a great career and definitely ending off in football with a win. Unfortunately, I didn't get the state title in wrestling this year, but I had an awesome career in wrestling as well, and excited to keep the future going at Penn.
Well, over 100 career wins in wrestling.
Yeah.
You were ranked 4th, was it last year or this year in the PIAA wrestling?
Yeah, I took 4th last year and 3rd this year.
And then you wrestling against the Maryland All-Stars, you got a pin.
Yeah,
I mean, just a fabulous career, and now going on to Penn, Ivy League. You're going to wrestle, but somewhere in your mind you still think, I've watched you play. You got a great arm. you could make all the throws. There's somewhere in the back of your mind thinking, I know I could play college football as a quarterback.
Yeah, people have asked me this, and they're like, is that door open? I'm like, it might be a slight crack, and who knows if I maybe grow a little in college, or if that coach starts contacting me at all. But so who knows? We'll see. But as of right now, I'm wrestling.
What are you going to major in? What are you going to study at Penn?
Something in business. I got into their business school, but I'm not exactly sure what specifically yet.
Are you going to stay in the same weight class what you wrestled at 160? Are you going to go up or down at Penn?
Yeah, the college weight's like 157 and 165, so I'll be one of the two. Not sure yet.
What are you going to do if the football coach comes around and says, would you like to try football out here at Penn?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, I'll be wrestling, like I said, and I don't really want to do both. I would rather like to stick to one. I've been doing both my whole life, and I want to give 12 months out of the year to one sport and see how good I can get.
Let's show everyone you have a gold medal on here. That's from your
football state
state championship, and then you have a championship ring on when you were a freshman,
sophomore.
Yeah. You were a freshman. Phil Jacoby was a senior.
Senior, yeah.
And then pull out that other ring that you can't wear. It's unbelievable. Look at the size of this ring. Amazing. You can't wear these anymore. Just a great career that you had. And when you think about it, you're in that select company with Phil Jacoby and Ben DiNucci. What's that mean to you?
Oh, I mean, it's awesome. Just over Pine Ridge in the last 9 years, only having 3 quarterbacks. It's just really awesome to see what Pine Ridge has done, and the coaches there and the culture of how they've been able to only have 3 quarterbacks across 9 years. And it's awesome seeing the one playing for the Dallas Cowboys and the one at Notre Dame and now at Boston College, who is most likely going to make it to the NFL. And then I'm right under that list, and I may not make it to the NFL, but it's just awesome having the same accolade that they did in high school.
Well, Cole, on behalf of Armstrong, the Coaches Roundtable, congratulate you on being our 2021 Male Athlete of the Year.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with our Female Athlete of the Year. I am back, and to my right, our female athlete of the year for 2021, Paige Morningstar from North Allegheny High School. Paige, you are our most decorated athlete in the 10 years we've had this award. 11 gold medals. I was joking with you, but seriously, if you look it up pro level, only Yogi Berra with 13 championships and Bill Russell with the Celtics with 11. So you're in rarefied company there. But just going down, looking at your achievements, 3 WPL titles in basketball, 1 state title in basketball, 3 WPL titles in volleyball, 4 state titles in volleyball. You're probably thinking about that one that got away, WPL. Your career in volleyball, 18-0 last year, 93-1. That one loss was in the championship game. And then basketball, 2020, 21, 27-1, 102-8 in your career. WPAL state championships, 700 career points in basketball, and last year in volleyball, what a phenomenal year. You had 715 assists, 41 blocks, 91 kills, 30 aces. You've made every award from Gatorade, state in basketball and volleyball, WPIL in volleyball and basketball, first team, all section volleyball and basketball, and then Prep All-American volleyball in 2019 first team, and then the icing on the cake last week. I see you're smiling. You recently named Max Preps United States High School Female Athlete of the Year. What's this all mean to you?
It's just crazy, especially that last one you named. I definitely wasn't expecting it, but yeah, like you said, the icing on the cake, and I think that just finished my whole career and made it a pretty good one.
Well, hold up your hands. She has 4 championship rings on. She has one more coming, and this is the net that you tore down from the state
for basketball
game. And just when you look at both of them, I'm not sure how you evaluate. Does one hold more significance than the other?
I think the basketball state really makes the most impact on my career just because we've never won one in history. So that last one really made an impact, not on just my career, but all of the girls' careers on that team. And then volleyball, I mean, we knew we were a good team, so it was kind of not as easy, though, but it was just kind of good for us to keep going with volleyball. And then the basketball one, though, I think is the most.
And you had an outstanding basketball game in the state championship with 16 points. That had to be gratifying to you. Your teammate Lizzie Gresh had 22, so the two of you combined, you scored the majority of points for your team.
Yeah, me and Lizzie are like best friends too, so it was easy for us to bond and have a good career with that. But our senior year, winning that one was huge for both of us.
And Lizzie's going to Penn. She'll be there with Cole playing basketball. You're going to Louisville. What was the decision for you to go? I'm sure you had a lot of options and choices. Your sister Megan went to Notre Dame. You were recruited by many schools. How did you decide on Louisville?
Louisville's just a great program, and I think it's going to challenge me the most out of all the schools that recruited me to be the best player I can be. And they're doing great right now. They made the Elite Eight 2 years ago, the Sweet 16 last year. So I think I can go in there and really make an impact.
Hey, 3 more titles and you'll pass Yogi Berra with 13 to get you 14. What will you study at Louisville?
I'm studying business as well.
Everyone wants to go into business. You guys are going to be agents somewhere down the road. Well, you've had a fantastic career. On behalf of Armstrong and the Coaches Roundtable, I'm going to present you with this trophy. Symbolic of you being our female athlete of the year. You follow Rachel Martindale, who was our back-to-back athlete of the year.
Yes, I'm very close with Rachel. We played like when we were 10 years old together, so yeah.
Well, congratulations to you. Good luck to you in your career, and we'd like to follow and bring a national championship to Louisville.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with Ellen George.
High school sports, community events, all of your favorite local shows are calling the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel their home. Find out everything your neighborhood has to offer on Channel 100 or on YouTube. Spirit, town pride, local communities. This is the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
I'm back, joined to my right by the Swami George Abraham, to my left by the Tiger Albert Campman. Guys, it seems every year our athletes of the year, they just keep getting better and better. And here are the 2 of the most honored, decorated athletes of the year we've ever had. Cole Spencer, football and wrestling at Pine Ridge, and then Paige Morningstar, the most decorated athlete we've ever had. 11 gold medals. I was teasing her and said, you're only trailing Yogi Berra with 13 and Bill Russell with 11, so you need to pass them up when you go to Louisville. But great kids going on further their education in their careers.
Yeah, I got the chance to meet them after they talked to you, Eddie, and you could tell that they read class. And when you have class and ability and work ethic, you become our athletes of the year. I saw their rings. They're too big for me. Yeah, you can't wear them in public.
The one ring's
geez,
enormous.
Yeah, you can't
Cole
wear them in
Spencer
public,
has.
but that's today's world
You can't
too.
win this award
Yes.
with the people we have to choose from. I mean, there were a lot
Great
of great
point.
There's so
athletes.
many great
Yeah,
kids.
we
but
had so many. Oh,
I mean, Cole 7 medals, and
Yeah.
she has 11. She's getting a 5th ring. Just unbelievable. We're so grateful and blessed in our area with these great athletes that we've had. Well, we start today's show remembering the last of the pro football playing Saul brothers. Ron, who passed away at the age of 73, Butler High School grad. Ron played 12 years in the NFL with the Houston Oilers and the Washington Redskins, winning a Super Bowl ring with Washington. He was a 3-year starter at offensive guard at Michigan State. He was first team All-Big Ten in 1969, first team All-American in the Sporting News and Time magazine. In 1969, he was the Michigan State Offensive MVP, the last lineman ever to receive such an award at Michigan State. Nicknamed Hercules by his teammates, Ron and his twin brother Rich were academic All-Americans at Michigan State, the only brothers to win this in the same year. Rich, who passed away in 2012, was a 6-time Pro Bowl center for the Rams. And his senior year, along with Ron, he was named first team defensive end linebacker in the Big Ten. And their older brother, Bill, Steeler linebacker, passed away in 2005. He was a Dean's List English major at Penn State, where he also played basketball. Together, the three brothers played 33 years in the NFL. And let me tell you this, they were the toughest guys in any locker room they were in, from high school through college and a pro. And anyone who doubted it only doubted it one time. They were great guys, great teammates. And our condolences to Ron's wife, Robin, his son and daughter, and to the Saul and Baxter families of Butler.
Well, we know this, that today's honoring day, and you get to honor the two young athletes that moving on in their career. The Saul brothers, they don't have, you don't have to talk about them much. Their actions took care of that.
I told Ed I was only with them twice, and I never laughed so hard in my life both times. And they weren't trying to be funny.
That's
They
awesome.
were just funny.
They were funny.
Like Johnny Carson, you always say that about Johnny Carson.
He didn't try. He was the funniest guy ever.
We would get together one time, and they had me pumped up one time. They said, Ed, you know, because Rich was one defensive end. They said, you're the second best defensive end ever played for Butler. Everybody else tied for first. You know, they lead you to believe you're good.
They built you up and then took you down.
Yeah, they bring you right down. But
funny.
when Rich made his mark early on, he had a devastating knee injury at Michigan State. He was the number 1 linebacker in the country. Goes to the Rams with George Allen, becomes a special team standout. They're playing Detroit. He's covering a kick. He gets bombed, head over heels. Standing over him saying, "Welcome to the NFL," his brother Bill.
How about that?
His brother Bill leveled.
Welcome.
Yeah, no mercy. You're gonna get.
And
You're
the
gonna
other
get
thing,
nailed.
two guys playing special teams.
Yeah, that's what tells you. And they were great guys. They were tough guys and very smart guys, as you heard what I said about them academically.
Well, Bill has the honor of being one of my favorite players ever, because I was a big Steeler fan, and he played middle linebacker, and he was all over the field. I didn't know the twins as much like you did, but I knew Bill, so I followed Bill Saul a lot.
Yeah, one of my good friends ran around with Bill. He was a Butler game, and he knew him very well.
Hey, one more story. When Rich and Ron were being recruited by everybody in the country, they're at Michigan State for the spring game. They're in the stands, and they decide they're going to Michigan State. So it's a spring game, and they're hollering, "Hey, Duffy!" And Duffy Darty's down there. Turns around, it's Rich and Ron. They said, "Don't worry about a thing. We're coming to Michigan State."
Wow, he had a big Duffy celebrated that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's move on to the Olympic draws. Jordan Guy, Snock High School, University of Arizona. He placed third to make the field of 12 for the shot put finals, where he had his season best throw of 68 feet 3 inches to place 7th. Only the top 3 qualify, but a great move for him. You know, he's only a junior, so he's going to be back here again.
Well, he said it has to stay healthy, and he has to somehow put some weight on, because I happen to watch it.
Yeah.
They're monsters.
Ryan Krauser,
No,
who
no,
set
Krauser,
a record,
yes.
6'7", 300
No,
pounds.
they're monsters. That's
He
what
may
I
be
said.
more than 300.
He looks little beside him.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're monsters. So he totally depends on his footwork and his technique. I get that, but to make that Olympic squad, from watching the shot putters, keep his speed.
Yeah,
Keep-
and
and
that's
he
the
has-
key.
he has to
That,
grow.
that's
He has
the
to
key.
grow.
And he's not done at college.
No, he has
No.
3 more years actually because of
But
the
I mean,
COVID.
he's not done what he's done in college.
No, he can keep
Right.
As far as
Right.
the Olympics, I'd say go to 32.
right.
Yes. Krauser with the world record, he
Yeah.
broke it with a monster throw,
I saw it.
76 feet.
I saw the throw. He was so
8
excited.
1/4 inches, just unbelievable. Yeah, he let out a scream.
Yes, he was so
when,
excited.
when he did that. And Aiden Owens of North Allegheny University, Michigan, he earned the NCAA silver medal in decathlon, but did not have enough points to qualify for the Olympic trials. So he has,
That tells you how hard
another
it is.
3 years.
That tells you how difficult it is.
Yeah, and
Because
he's
top
ranked one of the top
notch,
5
yes.
in the
Yes,
world.
Yes.
I don't understand or know their point system, how they come by, but he came up short. NCAA World Series Baseball, Mars grad Will Bednar pitched Mississippi State to a 2-1 victory over Texas, limiting the Longhorns to 1 hit and striking out 15, too short of the NCAA record. That performance enhanced his stock in the July 11th Major League Baseball draft.
No question about it. When they're looking at big stage, they're like, what do you do under pressure? He did it. He did it big time, and continue to move on.
Antithesis of that Keller kid, the time was too big for him.
Yes.
They sent him back to the minors.
right.
You have to
Yes.
produce when it's your time, when
you're on the
going.
stage.
Yes.
Yeah, this thing, and there's no patience anymore.
No.
for these guys at
No.
all. Where Koufax earned, struggled through his first 4 or 5 years and got a catcher who told him, Norm Sherry, you don't have to throw as hard as you're trying, and that blossomed his career.
I will say this though, Eddie, the antithesis, whatever the word is, antithesis. If you're a first round pick, they'll give you more time.
They'll give you more
You know what I'm saying? If you're a,
They've invested the money.
that's it. They say
Yeah.
we can't blow this
Or
money.
the opposite.
Exactly.
If you're 35th round,
Now you got to show them right away. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
PIAA High School Basketball Championship, 6A LaSalle College pitcher Ryan Marler with an 82-mile-per-hour fastball baffled North Allegheny hitters with an assortment of change-ups to lead them to a 2-1 victory over the WPL champs. North Allegheny finishes 23-4. How about this? Marler went the distance, 7 innings through 102 pitchers. If that happened in the majors today, they'd probably file a grievance.
And they have to pull you out at 105. So he had one
Yeah,
more. He had
yeah.
one more batter left. I like how you said that, Eddie. Pitchers who pitch still can get people out. He's not throwing 93. He's not. He changes speeds.
It's not even
throws strikes.
recruited. Someone ought to recruit
You
him.
understand? There's a way to get people out,
Yeah.
just not by throwing 95 high in
No.
the high strike zone.
that's the
Absolutely.
proof. You know, like you said, he could finish. Once he got to 105, he could finish that batter.
Yep.
Yes.
That's it.
And for a Raising Cane, the Newcastle Red Hurricanes, in just their second ever appearance in the PIAA playoffs, came from behind to beat Wyoming area 7-3 to win their first state title. Pitcher Rocco Bernardina, 6 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 10 strikeouts. He left after 105 pitches. That's the max.
Right.
And coming in to face the last 2 batters, Anthony Miller, what does he do? He strikes them both out. I enjoyed watching both those games, seeing those pitchers in there the manager staying with him, and Bernardina helped his cause with a bases-loaded 2 RBI double in the 5th inning. Miller had 2 hits, 2 stolen bases. This kid can run. He's an athlete. Logan Gibbons, George Joseph, and Nicholas Rogers, they all each had 2 hits for the Canes, who finished 18-9 in what you can only call a dream season. As much as they won in basketball and football, this season in baseball will stand out.
Yeah, because it's unexpected. And a lot of times the Canes in football, those great football teams and great basketball teams, they were picked to win it. Newcastle was never picked to win it this year.
Or like
They're
11-9.
9-9. Yeah, they didn't have a great
Yeah,
regular season.
they went on a roll. I enjoyed watching both those games. Enjoyed watching those games more than I did any Major League Baseball game.
That's because we don't see a major league team around here anymore.
Yeah.
It's not the Pirates. You
that's
can't,
not
I think Newcastle could take them out.
Hey, how about this? I've watched baseball 60 years. 3-0, squeeze bunt. 3-1.
Yeah,
Squeeze
he
by.
did use it. Two
Never
strikes.
seen back to
Two
back.
strikes one time.
But
too.
yeah, I think yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, soccer honors for the second year in a row. Ellie Caulfield of Mars named the Pennsylvania Gatorade Girls Player of the Year. Caulfield, a Pitt recruit, she helped the Planets to back-to-back WPIL and state championships. Our stories of the week: college sports, guys. The United States Supreme Court in a 9-0 vote ruled the NCAA cannot limit what student athletes can earn in the way of compensation. Right now that deals with like computers and things like that. But it's a blanket ruling, and the ruling further ends the power and control of the NCAA over student athletes. This NCAA, well, they make $10 billion in 2019. The president makes $4 million a year. Look at the salary of the coaches and athletic directors and commissioners. The NCAA now has few or no options remaining. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. It's not if, it's when the Power Five will break away, have their own commissioner, their own conference, their own playoff system. It's coming. Without question.
That was a gigantic punch in the gut, saying your way doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
9-0.
You can't do it anymore.
No, sure.
And you look at the salaries. What's Saban make? 8-9 million.
Oh, yeah.
So many coaches making $4 and $5 million a year. Athletic directors making. The kids are saying, "Hey, we're doing all the work. We want some of this."
The blanket word bothers me. That's the only thing. And I told George on the way up, this is going to open up a can of worms. They're saying you can travel overseas now and get paid for it. You understand? They're going to be cheating so bad. They're going to call George up and say, "George, we will pay for a week to Bahamas if you want.
If you
you
come
mean I can go to Bahamas, Coach?
Oh,
yeah.
you lost your computer again, Al.
Hey, well, you're talking about that. Let me tell you, when Rich Saul was being recruited by about 100 schools in the country, one school down south said to him, "If you want to play tight end, you get a red Corvette. If you want to play linebacker, you get a white Corvette."
Yeah, think about it. So it's always been around.
It's always been around.
But now it's going to get crazy. It really is. It's gonna get crazy.
Well, it's not illegal. That's what changed it.
That's what I
They
mean.
used to have to hide.
Yes.
And now, because I remember one year a Notre Dame linebacker worked for a car dealership out west, owned by a Notre Dame grad. He had to give all the money back, and he got suspended for a number of games. Today, they'll be in the showroom, sitting there, signing autographs and getting paid.
Yeah. It's the biggest change in my lifetime.
And it's going to reach down to getting them there.
Right. And the rich are going to get rich.
Oh, my. In our eyes, that's what
I
we
told
think.
Al, well, you can't beat Alabama now. How are you going to beat them when they can pay their quarterback?
And I told you what Notre Dame only started to do. They're putting pictures up of the players that are in their hometowns.
No question.
That's part of the endorsement
yes.
level. It's the rich are going to get richer, guys.
They're going to pay a marketing guy. You understand? There's going to be a guy on that staff every year now. You're in charge of marketing.
Duquesne has a guy already.
Our top 15 football
Yeah,
players.
they have a guy already.
Yeah.
Now can schools like Pitt and Georgia Tech, city schools with pro teams, can they make and stay with the Power Five?
That's what I told Al. They're going to have to tie into the corporate world.
I'll almost have to do
Yeah.
that and entice these
Absolutely.
kids to come.
The very thing that hurts Pitt, BC, Temple, and Miami, the tie to the big city,
Yeah.
may just be.
Hopefully, it could help them. It could help them.
Penn State, I think, is going to be in good situation. I know they're an isolated
They're
area,
captive
but they're
body.
But it's the
down
state.
there.
It's a state
Yeah.
school.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a state school.
If Penn State calls east, west, north, south, they'll do anything for
They're
them.
the only show in town.
Yes.
They have such a unique situation down there.
Yes.
It's very hard to compare. The people that compare Pitt to it are just pipe dreaming.
Be interesting to see, but it's certainly going to change. Hey, Major League Baseball, I just did this a little fun thing. Tuesday through Saturday, there were 42 games, 335 pitcher appearances, roughly about 8 pitchers for every game.
Every game.
And the one that really I didn't see it. I read about it when Pirate manager Derek Shelton on Sunday's 2-1 loss to Cleveland. He pulls J.T.
I
Brubaker
watched it.
in the 7th with 2 outs, and Brubaker with 76 pitches. And these guys always have an answer for it. Well, it was this, whatever. His ball cap was tilted to the left or the right. And 76. These high school kids, we just told you, threw 102 and 105 pitches.
We have a thought on this show. We've said it before. If he was bringing in a reliever, That
Yeah, Bo Rivera.
That had been an
Yeah.
that had an
Yeah,
0.6
right.
a year.
Yeah.
They don't have relievers like that. So what made him think that the reliever was going to be better than the starter? I don't understand.
I don't know a lot of teams, including the Pirates, what kind of bullpen they're going to have comes August. These guys are Brian Price. We talked about the former Reds manager, pitching coach. You're going to burn these guys out.
They are already burned. They're already burned out.
And there's no development of pitchers' arm strength anymore.
Yeah, that's gone down the wayside. They try pitch count. They still get hurt. They try putting stuff on the ball. They still get hurt. It's just that they don't let the guys pitch anymore, Eddie.
I'm
You
not,
understand?
Was
They don't
this
let-
even Shelton's decision? Did he get a call? Hey,
Oh, no,
you better take him
no,
out.
The night before he did. The night before,
they
not
matched
during
him
the
up
game.
and they said,
Yes.
this, analytically, this guy gets this guy out.
Yes. When he comes to bat in the seventh inning,
That's it.
this is who you're putting in.
'Cause
they have
it's
these
the third
cards.
time.
You see the stuff they've written
Yeah,
down.
it's the third time, man.
The pitcher coach over said, whoever it is, you got to take him out now. It says here you got to take him out.
And a lot of managers, listen, they're making big money. They hate it. They don't like it, but they have no choice.
But they get the money. That's what they
Yeah,
get.
sure.
See, the money's not, they're not making the money like they were.
Like they
That's
were,
what forced
but-
Girardi. Girardi said, I can't put Sanchez behind the plate.
Right.
And they said, you don't have any choice. He said, I'm out of here.
Pirates 25-45. They snap a 10-game losing streak, taking the first two from Cleveland. Adam Frazier, a bright spot at 322, and Kevin Reynolds 299 with 12 homers, 36 ribbies, and relief pitcher David Bednar and Mars 3.76 ERA. And the GM is showcasing the players, and he said he's ready to make his trades. Well, there are only few there that they can
How
trade.
about how sad that is, though?
Isn't
if
it?
If a player plays pretty good in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
you immediately don't think, man, he's a good player. You say, wonder who will get for him.
Yeah.
That's the way you
I
think.
guess it's good for him
geez.
because he gets out of there.
Oh, yeah,
I
they gotta be
imagine
excited.
Frazier,
They gotta be so
the
excited.
center
Right.
fielder, and the Rodriguez, they're all gone.
They have to.
Well, how about Frazier saying, yeah, you trade me to the Mets, trade me to the
Yankees,
Giants,
Yankees.
Yeah, one of those
Dodgers,
teams that are
Frisco,
winning, yes.
that are winning. But on the other hand, management saying, don't take Frazier out of the game, don't bench him, keep Reynolds
Well,
in the game.
Polanco's the one.
Polanco's the
He
one, but
makes
he's
half the money
they
for
don't know what
the
to do
team,
with
and
him.
they would, if he could hit for a month, they would be so happy.
he's hitting 201.
He can't hit.
And it's not possible. And Kevin Reynolds, I like the guy. I'm not sure that he's someone sacred that they're going to keep even. No.
No, right this minute, everybody's wide open for Pittsburgh. There's not a guy they're saying he's untouchable. There's not a guy.
No.
Hey guys, the pitching mess and the crackdown by Major League Baseball over doctoring the baseball, sunscreen, rosin, spin on the ball, foreign substances. Tyler Glass now says that the reason he got injured because he had to stop using these substances.
stomach
He
hurt,
lost
Daddy.
his grip.
Make my
Now
stomach
he
hurt.
has an injured elbow.
He throws his little leg. He throws his leg. He didn't have stuff on the.
Yeah.
What is his comments that I need
know.
stuff on the ball, the pitch? Oh,
and,
Eddie.
and here's the hypocrisy in Major League Baseball. This is all because of the decline in hitting.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the same Major League Baseball that's doctored up the baseballs,
Several
either
times,
tightened them, loosened
Absolutely.
them, turned their back on the steroid
Absolutely.
era. But now they want to crack down on the pitching because these guys aren't hitting.
'Cause
The
they can't
collect-
hit.
The collective average is like
I
236.
know.
And I was telling Albert yesterday, there's a thought behind there that with a contract coming up, they're trying to divide the union between the pitchers and the hitters.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's
a mess.
Further eroding the game. I want to finish with the U.S. Open. Spain's John Rahm wins his first major with a unbelievable. I saw that putt, 25-foot putt on the 17th hole,
Going like that.
to catch and then
Yeah.
pass Louis Oosthuizen.
Yeah,
I don't know if- and then he passed him with an 18-foot putt on the final hole to win by a
Last two holes,
stroke.
you birdie the last two holes. What am I going to say?
Yeah, just unbelievable. He came out of nowhere. They weren't even talking
But
about him
they
on
yanked
Saturday.
him out how many weeks ago? 6 strokes up.
Yes.
He deserved that one.
All right, that's it for us here. We've run out of time. Much more to talk about coming about the NFL in the coming weeks. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.